How's it going, Laura with Garden Dancer? I want to give you a mini tour of one of my flower beds. I just recently showed you this area in our June garden tour video, but it's changed since then. And I added in a bunch of pretty stuff that I think you're going to like. I know in a lot of our videos I use a ton of annual plants, and many of you prefer to put perennials in your gardens, which I get it. Perennials come back every single year. They're wonderful plants. I really like them too, and I've added a bunch into this bed. So this flower bed in our June garden tour was full of a jumble of just kind of messy plants. There was Tradescantia or spiderwort. There was hardy geraniums that they're not my favorite variety. I don't remember what variety they are, but they have a little white flower on them, and they just kind of spread themselves around, and there was really no order to this bed. So I removed a lot of that and I added in all of this beautiful color. So I just wanted to show you all the different layers here and talk to you about some of the plants. So this area actually usually gets really strong afternoon sun, and most of these, actually all of these, are sun-loving plants. It's a nice overcast day right now, so it was kind of perfect to come out here and show you. I did tuck in an annual first layer just because I ended up with a little extra space that I wasn't planning on. I happen to have these on hand, so I decided to tuck them in and they can kind of trail over the front. Next layer up is Leading Lady Plum Monarda, which I absolutely love this plant because it's a pollinator attractor, and that's what I was kind of focusing on when I added all these plants in. I wanted them all to attract pollinators. So this one attracts bees, butterflies, hummingbirds. It's a wonderful fragrance. It grows about 14 inches tall, and it's a zone 4 through 8. So I'm expecting this one just to make this nice little kind of mass of this color right here. They have a really unique bloom. I really prefer that color. I really like it. Next layer up, this is called Wizard of Oz Veronica. So this one's actually available next year, 2019. I was able to try it out this year and see how it grows for me. I am a huge fan of Veronica. I have white wands in another section of my garden that I absolutely adore. So this one grows about 16 inches, which is perfect. So it's a step up from my Monarda there. So I've got a nice layered effect going on. Zone 4 through 8 on this one as well, and this one also attracts a bunch of different pollinators. It's just been so fun because that's my kitchen window right behind me. Spend a lot of time at that window, and I love to look out here and just see all the bugs and butterflies and stuff just working all of these plants. It just brings me so much pleasure. Next layer up are the daisies here. Now these are Amazing Daisies Banana Cream, and the thing I like about these is that these are actually the longest blooming of all these perennials here. The Veronica and the Bee Balm bloom early through midsummer. These bloom early summer all the way to the end. And they come out with these kind of lemony banana yellow blooms, and then they age to more of a bright white. And they're huge, huge blooms, and they're a really strong rebloomer, and they attract butterflies, which is wonderful. And I think these are a zone 5 through 9. And they are disease resistant. And these ones grow about 18 inches. So we've got 18 inches, 16, 14, and then my little limoncellos right there. So I think it's a really beautiful kind of cascading layered effect. I did tuck in a few sparkling amethyst, Superbena. I think there's maybe like 3 or 4 up here, just for a little extra color. Because as you know, annuals perform season long. They hardly ever take a break. They just bloom and bloom and bloom. And that's the wonderful thing about using annuals mixed in with perennials, because oftentimes perennials have either a shorter bloom season or they lull out in the middle of summer. So, you know, when the Veronica's done blooming, I'll shear it back a little bit, and it might rebloom a bit, but it's not as strong as like an annual would be in terms of color. I did put a shrub back here. Now, when it's sunny out, you can really see it just pops back here. This is called a summer wine black NINEBARK. I love NINEBARKs. I planted a ginger wine here this spring in another area of the garden. The thing I like about this is the dark stems, the dark foliage. I needed that color in here. Now this one will grow about 5 to 6 feet tall and wide, which I realize is a lot bigger than this space I gave it, which is okay because I kind of plant with that in mind and think, you know, eventually I can move these daisies and kind of swing them around back here, but for now it looks beautiful. And that's what gives me joy. I don't mind moving things around if I need to. And it can grow as much height, you know, as tall as it wants to get. This is an old lilac above it. And that's the really important thing about NINEBARKs. You really want to put them in a spot where you can allow them to grow to their potential size. Otherwise, they get kind of a weird shape. They don't take to pruning very well. Once you've pruned them back, they don't really regain the beautiful vase shape that they normally would naturally have. This is also a new one for next year, so add this one to your list. And you know, this one and the Wizard of Oz, I'll double check. They may be available to order online now, kind of as an early sale, but you know, it might be something that you want to add to your list next year if you have a space for something like this. All right, so I want to move to my right here and show you one more perennial. So on the way over there, in my little pot, there is an Anna's Magic Ball Arbovita, which stays small, I think 18 inches by 18 inches, and it's been in that pot since last year. It wintered beautifully. There's some marooned coleus. So just an annual I wanted to pop in there because I needed that red color. A couple more sparkling amethyst Superbena. And then coming this way, you see kind of my little annual area. There's some lemon coral sedum, SUPERTUNIA Bordeaux, and more marooned coleus. And then this brings me to my last perennial I wanted to show you. This is called Midnight Masquerade Penstemon. Planted these last year, and they are doing great. They love this spot. I love them in this spot. They look beautiful below this kind of antique rose. They grow about 36 to 40 inches tall, and I don't know if you guys can see, but there's bees all over in here, which I love to see. They have gorgeous dark stems, dark colored foliage. They're just a super interesting plant. So that's it, you guys. I just wanted to give you a quick tour of what I've been working on out in the garden when everything looks so pretty and full of bloom. It hasn't gotten super, super hot yet here, so everything still has that fresh kind of spring look to it. Hope you enjoyed seeing all of these beautiful plants, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.